Right now, it's time for your news by the numbers. There's no talking points, there's no talking heads, there's no smoking guns, it's just the raw numbers. And tonight's number is almost 200. Yes, America, it is true. Almost 200 lawmakers has signed a letter asking for President Barack Obama to sign an executive order putting into place the Employee Non-Discrimination Act for all federal contractors. That includes 48 senators and 149 members of the House of Representatives. The bill will put pressure on President Obama to sign an executive order providing workplace protections to lesbians, gays, transgendered, and bisexual Americans who work for federal contractors. Now, this is not the first time that this is not the first time we've seen the president do such an act. The president hasn't decided to do it yet. But a couple weeks ago, as you already know, the president signed an executive order forcing all federal contractors to pay their employees $10.10. This would be another step of doing it without Congress. This is part of the year of action. Now, the president hasn't said yes or said no to getting this done. But in the letter, members of Congress are pretty clear. We are writing to urge you to fulfill the promise in your State of the Union address to make this a year of action and build upon the momentum of 2013 by signing an executive order banning federal contractors from engaging in employment discrimination against lesbian, gays, transgendered Americans. As you have said before, now is the time to end discrimination, not enable it, is what the letter says. Now, there's efforts that are being led on both sides of the House, both sides of the Capitol on this. On the Senate side, Senator Jeff Merkley of Oregon and Tammy Baldwin of Wisconsin and Tom Harkin are pushing for this. And there's a push for this by the LGBT Equality Caucus on the House side. Now, ENDA, the Employee Non-Discrimination Act, has already passed the United States Senate. Now, there's been this big debate and this big ho-hum about the religious exemptions which exist in the current Senate bill that have caused a lot of folks in the progressive community to have some pause. But yet still, there is no movement, even on the Senate bill on the House side, which is where our focus needs to be on this particular piece of legislation. But either way, the president can act right now. And, you know, to be honest with you, I think he should. I think the president should act. Let's see him act. Action. A year of action, Mr. President. Go ahead and sign this executive order today and make it so that LGBTQ folks who work for federal contractors have the protections that they deserve.